Most people believe that grabbing a handful of nuts is one of the smartest health choices they can make. It feels natural, even responsible. But what if that simple habit is quietly working against you, especially after 60? What if some of the most popular nuts are slowly draining your energy, stiffening your joints, and putting unnecessary strain on your heart without you ever realizing it? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on a truth that rarely gets discussed, a truth that can change how you eat, how you age, and how your body feels every single day. Nuts are often labeled as a universal health food, something you can eat daily without a second thought. But once you cross the age of 60, your body changes in important ways. Digestion slows, inflammation becomes easier to trigger, and your liver and blood vessels become more sensitive to stress. That means foods that once felt harmless can now quietly cause damage, and nuts are no exception. Not all nuts are equal, and some of the most common ones can silently accelerate aging from the inside out. Let's start with peanuts, one of the most widely consumed foods in the world. Peanut butter, snack bars, desserts, they're everywhere. But peanuts aren't even true nuts. They're legumes, and that distinction matters more than most people realize. Peanuts are commonly roasted at extremely high temperatures, a process that creates compounds known as advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. These compounds speed up cellular aging, stiffen blood vessels, inflame joints, and gradually wear down tissues throughout the body. Eating them regularly is like adding years to your biological age without noticing. There's another hidden problem with peanuts that's even more concerning. They're highly susceptible to mold contamination, specifically aflatoxins. These toxins are among the most powerful, naturally occurring carcinogens known. Even small, repeated exposure can place serious strain on the liver. After 60, your liver doesn't detoxify as efficiently as it once did, which means these toxins linger longer and do more harm. Add to that the lectins found in peanuts, proteins that can irritate the gut lining and provoke immune reactions, and you have a food that quietly undermines digestion and immunity at a stage of life when both are already more fragile. Next come cashews. Soft, creamy, and incredibly addictive, they're often seen as a premium, healthy snack. But cashews are unusually high in omega-6 fatty acids. While omega-6 fats aren't inherently bad, problems arise when they dominate your fat intake without enough omega-3 seconds to balance them. This imbalance fuels chronic inflammation, the driving force behind heart disease, arthritis, and cognitive decline. After 60, your body becomes less efficient at managing inflammation, and frequent cashew consumption can quietly tip the scale in the wrong direction. On top of that, cashews are rarely eaten raw. Most are roasted in refined oils that oxidize easily under heat. These damaged fats stress your liver, irritate your arteries, and increase oxidative stress, a process that accelerates aging at the cellular level. The danger isn't immediate or dramatic. It's slow, cumulative, and invisible, which is exactly why it's so easy to overlook. Then there are salted pistachios. Pistachios themselves have benefits, but most people never eat them in their natural state. The salted versions are loaded with sodium, often far beyond what's safe for older adults. Excess sodium raises blood pressure, damages artery walls, and forces your kidneys to work harder to maintain balance. Over time, this strain accelerates kidney decline and raises the risk of cardiovascular disease. A small handful might feel harmless, but repeated daily exposure quietly wears down systems that are already under pressure with age. And finally, macadamia nuts. In their raw form, they're fine. But most store-bought macadamias are roasted, flavored, or coated in sugar. These additions change everything. Added sugars spike blood glucose, worsen insulin sensitivity, and feed inflammation. Added oils oxidize delicate fats, creating compounds your aging metabolism struggles to handle. Over time, this leads to higher triglycerides, reduced metabolic flexibility, and increased cardiovascular risk. What looks like a luxury snack becomes a silent saboteur. When you step back and look at the pattern, it's unsettling. Foods marketed as healthy are often the ones quietly fueling inflammation, oxidative stress, blood sugar instability, and liver overload. These processes don't cause immediate pain, but they slowly erode health year after year. And because many older adults eat these nuts daily, the cumulative effect becomes impossible to ignore once symptoms finally appear. What makes this issue even more concerning isn't just what's inside these nuts, but how they're processed before they ever reach your plate. Roasting, salting, and flavoring may improve taste, but they also alter the chemical structure of the fats. High heat creates free radicals and oxidized lipids, substances that the aging body struggles to neutralize. As antioxidant defenses weaken with age and liver function slows, these compounds do more damage than most people realize. Blood vessels become more fragile, inflammation becomes easier to trigger, and recovery takes longer. This is why peanuts, cashews, salted pistachios, and processed macadamias are especially problematic after 60. They don't just fail to support health, they actively work against it while disguising themselves as smart choices. The irony is painful. People snack on these nuts believing they're protecting their heart, supporting their brain, and making responsible decisions. In reality, they may be feeding the very processes that accelerate aging. Chronic low-grade inflammation is one of the strongest predictors of age-related disease, and these nuts, when consumed regularly, become quiet catalysts for that decline. So what's the practical takeaway? If you're over 60, avoiding peanuts entirely is one of the smartest moves you can make. Cashews should be limited or skipped. Salted pistachios are best left on the shelf. And macadamia nuts should only be consumed raw, without added oils or sugars. Removing these foods doesn't just reduce inflammation or stabilize blood sugar, it gives your body breathing room, a chance to repair, adapt, and maintain resilience. Think of it as removing slow-acting toxins from your daily routine. Every unhealthy choice you eliminate preserves energy, protects your joints, and reduces unnecessary strain on your heart and liver. In a world filled with misleading labels and aggressive marketing, understanding the difference between genuinely supportive foods and hidden stressors is one of the most powerful tools you have, but avoiding harmful nuts is only half the story. Once you remove what's hurting you, you create space for foods that actually heal. And this is where things get exciting. Because there are nuts that don't just avoid damage, they actively restore, protect, and strengthen the aging body. If you've learned which nuts to avoid, the next step is knowing which ones can truly transform your health after 60. These aren't ordinary snacks. They're concentrated sources of nutrients that support brain function, protect your heart, strengthen bones, and stabilize energy in ways that become increasingly important with age. Adding the right nuts to your routine isn't a small tweak. It's a strategic decision that can influence how you feel and function for years to come. Let's start with walnuts. They don't look impressive, but they may be one of the most powerful anti-aging foods available. Walnuts are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which directly counter inflammation throughout the body. This matters because inflammation stiffens arteries, damages joints, and accelerates cognitive decline. Research shows that consuming just 7 walnuts a day can improve memory, protect brain cells, and slow age-related cognitive changes. Walnuts also contain antioxidants, polyphenols, and vitamin E, all of which neutralize free radicals that damage cells over time. Adding them to oatmeal, smoothies, or eating them as a simple snack creates a daily protective effect that builds quietly but powerfully. Next come almonds. Often associated with skin health, almonds play a much deeper role after 60. They're one of the best natural sources of magnesium, a mineral involved in hundreds of biochemical reactions. Magnesium supports heart rhythm, stabilizes blood pressure, strengthens bones, and improves sleep quality. Many older adults are deficient without knowing it, and that deficiency contributes to fatigue, cardiovascular strain, and faster aging. Almonds also provide vitamin E and healthy monounsaturated fats that help regulate blood sugar and lower harmful cholesterol. Eating 20 to 25 almonds a day creates a simple ritual that supports heart health, cognitive function, and skeletal strength all at once. Then there's the Brazil nut, small in size but massive in impact. Brazil nuts are the richest natural source of selenium, a mineral that becomes increasingly important as you age. Selenium supports thyroid function, which regulates metabolism and energy, and it strengthens immune defenses that naturally weaken over time. What's remarkable is that just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts a day provide the full recommended intake. Adequate selenium levels are linked to better cognitive function, stronger immunity, and reduced oxidative stress, all critical factors for healthy aging. Finally, there are hazelnuts. Often overlooked, hazelnuts are rich in antioxidants, vitamin E, and healthy fats that support both heart and brain health. They help protect blood vessels from damage, reduce plaque buildup, and improve blood flow to the brain. For older adults, this means better focus, memory retention, and mental clarity. Hazelnuts are also incredibly versatile, making them easy to incorporate into meals without effort. What makes walnuts, almonds, Brazil nuts, and hazelnuts so powerful is how they complement each other. Walnuts protect the brain, almonds support the heart and bones. Brazil nuts fuel the thyroid and immune system. Hazelnuts guard both vascular and cognitive health. Together, they address the major challenges of aging in a balanced, natural way. And you don't need large amounts. Small, consistent servings are enough. A few walnuts in the morning, almonds as a snack, a Brazil nut or 2 for selenium, and hazelnuts added to meals can create profound long-term benefits. These nuts stabilize blood sugar, reduce inflammation, supply essential minerals, and provide the fats your brain needs to function optimally. Preparation matters too. Raw or lightly roasted nuts, without added oils or sugar, preserve their nutrients and prevent the formation of harmful compounds. High heat roasting damages delicate fats, increasing oxidative stress, which is especially harmful after 60. Keeping it simple preserves their healing potential. Small changes often feel insignificant, but with nuts, they can be life-changing. Avoiding harmful options removes stress. Adding the right ones builds resilience. Think of these nuts as daily insurance for your health, quiet support working in the background every day. But knowing what to eat is only part of the equation. How you eat these nuts determines whether you unlock their full benefits or miss out on their potential. Timing, portion size, preparation, and combination with other foods matter more now than ever. Eating healthy fats and protein in the morning helps stabilize blood sugar and improve mental clarity throughout the day. Walnuts and almonds are perfect here. Added to oatmeal, yogurt, or smoothies, they provide sustained energy and reduce hunger later on. Portion control is equally important. Nuts are nutrient-dense, but overeating can strain digestion, which naturally slows with age. A small handful is enough to deliver benefits without discomfort. Moderation keeps digestion smooth and nutrients well absorbed. Preparation remains critical. Raw or lightly roasted nuts retain antioxidants and healthy fats, while heavily roasted or flavored versions lose their benefits. Studies show high heat oxidizes fats, creating compounds that increase inflammation. For older adults, this oxidative stress accelerates aging rather than preventing it. Nuts don't need to be snacks only. They integrate easily into meals. Walnuts and hazelnuts elevate breakfast. Almonds enhance salads and lunches. Brazil nuts provide steady energy in the afternoon. Each addition strengthens the nutritional profile of your meals without extra effort. Hydration plays a role too. Nuts contain fiber and fats that digest best with adequate water. Staying hydrated supports absorption and prevents bloating. Pairing nuts with vitamin C-rich foods like berries can enhance antioxidant uptake, amplifying their benefits. Consistency is where real change happens. The benefits of omega-3 seconds, magnesium, selenium, and antioxidants accumulate over time. Daily habits lead to measurable improvements in heart, health, brain function, and metabolic stability. Preparation and planning can make these habits effortless. Portioning nuts in advance removes guesswork and prevents overeating. Storing them properly preserves freshness and nutrient quality. Simple systems turn good intentions into lasting routines. Variety matters as well. Each nut offers unique benefits, and rotating them ensures balanced nutrition. This diversity enhances absorption and reduces the risk of deficiencies, a key principle in long-term health. There's also a mental component. Eating slowly and mindfully improves digestion and satisfaction. This reduces stress, supports metabolism, and helps maintain a healthy relationship with food, something many people struggle with as their appetite and metabolism change with age. When you put it all together, nuts become more than food. They become tools. Used correctly, they reduce inflammation, protect cognition, stabilize energy, and support independence. The transformation is gradual but noticeable. Energy steadies, focus improves. Joints feel less stiff. The heart benefits from consistent support. By choosing the right nuts and using them intentionally, you harness science-backed nutrition to support a stronger, sharper, more resilient body after 60. It's simple but powerful. Eat the right nuts in the right way every day. Walnuts, almonds, Brazil nuts, and hazelnuts aren't just snacks, they're allies. Each handful is an investment in your future health, a small daily action with lasting impact. Aging doesn't have to mean decline. With informed choices, it can mean stability, clarity, and strength. The choices you make today ripple forward. Avoid the nuts that quietly harm you. Embrace the ones that heal. Let food work with your body, not against it. This isn't about restriction, it's about precision. And after 60, precision makes all the difference. When you understand which nuts support your heart, protect your brain, and stabilize your metabolism, eating becomes an act of empowerment. You're no longer guessing, you're choosing with intention. And that's the real takeaway. Health after 60 isn't about drastic changes or extreme diets. It's about small, informed decisions made consistently. Few choices are as simple, accessible, and impactful as choosing the right nuts. They may be small, but their influence is enormous. Every time you reach for them, you're reinforcing strength, clarity, and resilience. And over time, those small choices add up to something powerful. If you found this information valuable, stay curious, stay informed, and keep making choices that support your long-term health. The right knowledge, applied daily, is one of the strongest forms of medicine there is.